like you can just sweat and
Tensile is incredible.
Tensile,
I love latest material. Yeah.
It's tensile with 37.5 molecular bombardment, so it's just like it's like witchcraft. Yeah. Well, this is the Chapter 3 studio in Girona. It's our kind of our head office. But it's also where we kind of have a showroom. We have a lot of my memorabilia around. And this is actually one of the origin stories for Chapter 3 because it was my final year racing. And I was one of the first riders with physique shoes, going back to like 2011, I think, or 2012. And so I had a really strong relationship with them. And in my final year, I said, well, I'd like to do something different. And so what we did was did a different pair of shoes for every single race I did. I think in total we did 22 different pairs of shoes, kind of, so we had stage races. So here you can see that's the Bayern Rundfahrt shoe, which has a Bavarian flag and the kind of the M3 stripes. You've got the Flandrian with the course map on there. You've got the Milan-San Remo with the kind of story done graphically. Roubaix with the Showers National Championships. You've got the Joan Miro from Mallorca. You've got a pair of Dauphiné, which were designed by my sons, who at the time were like 3 and 2.
Wow.
So each one of it's got its own story. But that then inspired me. I was like, well, if we can do that with shoes, surely we can do it with other tech. And that's what we do. We do with apparel. That's not quite as crazy with all our apparels here, and we're really proud of that. All recycled, all made in Europe, but kind of moving more and more towards super tech. And obviously we keep the sort of military colour palette. And then we do the Viello, which again is very much in the sort of mould of this, of how do we do something tech and give it a bit more character in the actual design.
Yeah.
And the Viello Chapter 3 is painted here by my painter who, I'll show you, who did this bike for me years ago. This is a bike I used for the Commonwealth Games in 2014, and there's the helmet and the shoes. I even designed the jersey for that race, for the Scottish team. And yes, the Viello was very much a case of how can we make this bike kind of symbolise the dirt culture. Yeah. So it was painted here with 5 or 6 different colours, then covered in black, then sanded off, so each one's different. Yeah. I did 50 of those, and it's super. You can see one just there on the stand there, and there's one downstairs as well. Yeah. So the idea with that is when it's clean, it kind of looks dirty. Yeah. And when it's dirty, it kind of looks right. It looks like it's supposed to look like that. Which I like the idea that when you walk up to like cafes after a gravel ride, it kind of looks like Mad Max, sort of like cool like there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. And everyone's different. Like
everyone's unique because they're literally hand done. So each bike finishes completely black, then he sands off and it reveals the colours underneath. Yeah. And even the colours underneath he's put on randomly. Yeah. And all the Chapter 3 brand colours.
So everyone has a custom bike.
It's everyone's custom bike. Everyone's a piece of art. Yeah.
Amazing.